Grand Masterful Rich Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, goddess and goddesses, or gods and goddesses, citizens, children of God, saints. I think the boy's squeaky clean now. Um, Happy Monday. Today is going to be a great day, and I expect great things to happen for us today, right? I'm putting them blessings in your life as well. I see y'all having all the good you desire, as well as I see myself and me and my family doing and having all the good that we desire. Uh, Aligning my will with God's will, and let it not be my will, let it be God's will. And becoming more receptive, more open, more receiving to the message of God and the intuitive impulses on the journey to fulfilling purpose on earth, fulfilling the purpose on earth. And um, yeah, like I feel like that's the ultimate thing than waking up and doing the same regiment of, the day to day lifing in the world of man. I rather be receptive to what the world of God is look like, what the kingdom of heaven looks like on earth. And I think it's more fulfilling to my soul and my heart to lean towards in that vision and continuously work every day hard and present on what that looks like, how I want that to pan out in the world. So another reason why we do these online is to not only spread the message, but to be in the receiving mode to give the message of the day, the point of perspective, the community. Um, Great minds think alike on a lot of scenarios and situations. So sometimes it just takes for us to voice our opinions, because that's out there. At the end of the day, they're all opinions, right? But sometimes it takes us to voice our opinions and go beyond our insecurities to then see if other like-minded individuals are out there, which I believe strong-heartedly every time I open my mouth with, my goals, aspirations, and visions. I feel like there's a lot of people out there who align with what I say. So it's just about me refining on how to articulate um, these thoughts that I have on why I think we're here and what our purpose is on earth, other than life. I do like life, but I don't want to just be life in it. I want to wake up every day and have a mission, move towards something that's bigger. I don't want to just get up, go to work, and just kind of do the same rigmarole. And there's no overall fulfillment, because I think there's a lot of satisfaction in the world, but I don't think there is uh, much desire of fulfillment. And there's a major difference between the two. Um, Fulfilled is completed, and satisfaction is good for the moment. You already know what that is. Y'all know what satisfaction is, and I feel like it's cool to have some satisfaction, but not just get the hello everybody, Sani Munani. Um, I feel like not to just wake up all day every day and kind of just chase satisfaction, because it fleets. It's not a everlasting longing, and it comes and goes, and then you got to get another hit of dopamine. And I feel like chasing that aspect, I feel like chasing that is a major, like I feel like people get to understand real quick, like, oh, that's not what I want, or that's not a lifetime what I want. Like, it's not the major goal. So today I'm going to be dropping a couple of gems on what today's conversation is about. And I wanted to open up and kind of give you a piece of my mind on um, overall just living experience and purpose, God's original intent, and why I think we should lean towards that, because it gives you overall satisfaction of belonging to something bigger than you and creating something bigger than yourself. Um, I think a lot of people have a hard time when it comes to always doing stuff by themselves, or always doing trying to make it by themselves, or always got to be the one who's doing it. And I think we missed the mark as a community of people, because in order for any of these things to get done, even with the Charlie Clark situation, but even Charlie Clark, he had a whole team, a whole team of individuals. Everybody had a position, everybody organized and orchestrated a whole bunch of his events and stuff like that. And so you got to understand, like, when it comes to these type of movements on speaking, talking, you need a collective of individuals on a like-minded scale that are focusing on the objective, something bigger than yourself, right? And I think overall it goes in every other thing, even with creating a brand, even with creating content. um yeah, you can do it to yourself, or you can do it for yourself at some time, but being more efficient and more executive and more accountability, that comes with community, that comes with building, that comes with learning and expanding oneself, and overall seeking bigger, better, right? So today's conversation is I'm going to go in point number two, because I talked about point number one last time I was on here last Monday. And the opening conversation is basically about um, purpose requires adversity, right? Purpose requires adversity. Um, Going beyond plus ultra. Anybody was my Hero Academia fans, but anyone who wants to go above and beyond plus ultra is, it takes a thoroughbred to do that, man. I feel like a lot of people become content with just being, and there's some content when, say for instance, I come out of a meditation, I'm content with just being, but then there's execution after that, then there's thoughts, there's ideas that come, and I can't just be content and not act on those things. Now there was a moment to receive, there was a moment to be in the now. And I think every moment and every phase is practicing being in the now. um but overall, being in the now, observe, take what you need, execute, and or not even necessarily manifest, but bring it to reality, and then share it with the world, right? I think that's the ultimate, like, purpose of understanding our abilities as human beings on this planet, in this lifetime, right? In these seasons. So point number two, last live we talked about purpose, or um as pressure produces purpose. That was the last talk. Today is going to be about waiting builds wisdom. Why does waiting build wisdom? Okay, before I take my notes and read them to you, I'm going to tell you from first off, waiting builds wisdom through experience, through presentness, being able to look at it from different point of views, and also having the experience. Wisdom, I believe, is about experience gathered through whatever trial or tribulation that you've been through. Hello, everybody. What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, and I think overall, but this one right here. Um, yeah, I want to say this in deep thought. Wisdom brings enlightenment, and I think, and through enlightenment, you have to go through life in all these trials and tribulations, right? And the reason why you're going through it is because you have to get and develop the experience, right? They say a plumber is well experienced or a professional because he's been through many scenarios of whatever your dilemma or problem is with your plumbing, right? And becomes a professional at that point, which then means professional is just another way of saying a wise plumber, because he understands the ins and outs. He's been through these simulations before, similar problems with other past customers, whatever the case may be. And I feel like that's one analogy to look at it through wisdom in general. Like that's what it is. Like I've been through it. I've been through a similar aspect of it, and you have to take on these challenges of life, whether they're hard or not. I got a friend who is in surgery. He started around 8 today. I don't know if he has to go through the changing clothes and all that stuff right now, but he's going to be put under sleep in a few, and they're going to work on his spine because he was in a car accident. And he's more enlightened than he was before this situation, because he is now put through a scared moment in life, and it's like, are you going to move forward in it, or are you going to scurry? And so he's leaning into what's about to happen. He doesn't know what's about to happen, right? He doesn't know if he'll wake up again, right? And he's leaving it all on faith at this point. And I feel like God has a bigger plan for him. And it's deep because, like I was telling him last night, he was like, I'm not that same funny guy, or like I crack a couple jokes now and then, but like I feel like opening my mouth, I have to have purpose now. I have to have like value that I'm saying. I don't feel like I should be just, at first I was speaking and I was just saying stuff that didn't have any meaning, and I was like, damn, that's deep. That's a good observation of self. It says, yo, in the lab tonight, spotlight on me, brand, but the world can't see. Chasing truth in the dark, fighting doubts in the air. One result goes wrong. They say science isn't fair. Ooh, my man's is dropping bars and it good. Dang, that's what's up. I like that. That was fire, man. That was deep too. I can unravel that. I'm gonna stay on track though right now, and I appreciate you for dropping that, bro. Um, but I think overall in life, you have to go through these trials, and so I gave him a understanding of my own purpose. You gonna fix it, babe? Mm-hmm. I gave him an understanding of my own purpose of aligning my experience with his experience. Was when Pops passed, and went to the other side. That was an impactful moment for me. It hit me in an emotional way that I had never been, triggered. And your speakers there. Oh, you already put it on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it hit me in a way that was. You see what I mean? What a bit it being on there? Maybe like push it back. Yeah. Oh, wow. Almost lost y'all, man. Stop. You got it? Yeah. A little bit over to your side. All right. So yeah, and it hit me in an emotional way that I had never been triggered before. I had experienced loss before, but not on a close emotional scale like that, right? And so I said, like, it forced me to be vulnerable and submissive to God in a way that I had never been. And I was saying, like, us being men, we don't really register how to be vulnerable and submissive, because we don't really do it on a day-to-day in our environments. So it's like, be vulnerable and submissive to God is foreign language, right? Until some shit happened, until you're like, God, help me in this situation, right? Like, you in a car accident, something happened, now you're in a pleading state. I don't, God forbid that, but I'm saying, like, sometimes stuff has to happen to you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And it has to humbleize you so much that you understand that you are just a molecule in the vastness of how powerful and how magnificent the presence of God is. And realizing that, you realize, like, dang, man, like, nobody wants to transition without fulfilling their purpose. Right. And imagine you're in the last days and you're like, you're trying to, you got stuff, like they give you the movies and they have you the flashback where people are about to pass in the movies, and then they start having this flashback of all the stuff they did all the way to when they was a kid. And then they're like, it goes back to the picture of them. They're like, I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I have so much that I've done. What about my wife and kids? What about this? And it's like, dude, there's nothing else you can do about it. Right. It's like, this is the moment. And before you got to this point, what were you doing? And it's just that vast. It's like, it's that big. You don't want to transition for a reason in that other realm. Right. It may be because of fear and other things like that. It may be because you haven't fulfilled your purpose, but the overall picture is that there's things, forces that are bigger than you. So humbling yourself is so major, and realizing that, I it is important for me to be submissive and vulnerable to God. We on point number two.
Okay.
So waiting builds wisdom. I haven't went to the core idea or expansion yet.
Okay.
So yeah. So I just wanted to drop that nugget, man. I really wanted to share that because, we go about life and we don't really dimmer down on a level where it's like, dude, every moment is a gift. Every breath
That's
is
right.
a miracle. Like it's that deep. I came into I ran into a guy who was an atheist. I didn't get a chance to like ask him deep questions because I felt like it wasn't the time space, right? But I was very curious.
I
I was
know.
very curious on, how do you lead to that. And there was a
Yeah.
great saying that says, like, man doesn't necessarily have to know
It's 20.
that God exists on a
Yeah, 5 minutes.
um on a
7 minutes.
scientific logical level. If you put man in an
Making the food
environment
ready.
where there's nothing besides nature, man will start to automatically align his thoughts with and receiving that there is a God through the magnificentness of the environment, And I'm not talking about like the world, meaning like a city or vibe like that. I'm talking about more of like maybe like tropical land or something like that. And you're just like, damn, man, who
Mm,
created it? It's like, well, we can go science and take all the logic and send it, but
right.
even still, then, like, what created it? What created the Big Bang and all this stuff, right? And it's like, man, you got to go
Right.
beyond that. You got to realize that every moment is a gift, and how can I serve the kingdom of heaven, right? And not on a religious standpoint, but like the kingdom of heaven is actual kingdom,
Right.
not the king, not the religious aspect that we've been fed. Like, it's an actual place. It's an
Mm,
invisible place, but remember, what's also invisible in this lifetime right now is air. What's also invisible is imagination. That is not of this realm. It's not a real thing. It's not a physical thing. Intuition is not a physical thing. But the rest of our senses, like we can smell, taste, hear, and touch, those are all correlated with this physical body, but they're not a physical receptor. Is all vibrational. Like, for
yeah.
her to hear, she has to hear my vibration. For her to smell, that's a vibrational frequency,
Mm-hmm.
right? To see is vibration. And so um when it comes on that level and I just get to thinking, I'm just like, man, it's deep, man. But it's also simplistic as hell because life is a gift. So
That's
I'm
right.
a I'm a continue to say why we're on point number two. Waiting builds wisdom. Um, delay isn't denial. Waiting seasons are classrooms, which means that each season comes with a lesson, and
That's
it
right.
takes for you to sit back and actually resonate and actually do the unfolding and intimacy of what was the lesson, and ask self these questions. Because I'll tell you this: whatever you ask self, self would, the brain then has to find what the answer is.
Mm. And the more you sit on it and ask why am I going through this? Why me? Why this? Instead of asking, what am I learning? Or why am I being put through this? What it is that I need to change in my life? I feel like that's when that's when the action happens faster. But the longer you wait, the longer you ask, why me? The longer you wait, okay? Because you
Yeah,
have to understand that instead of you asking why me, you can ask why me in like 1 or 2 weeks,
yeah, yeah,
but sitting the whole year asking yourself why me, you're delaying yourself
yeah.
because you're not seeing the bigger picture.
Mm. And also, why me is going to give you more reasons why it's you, right? Why me
Yes,
is
more
because I'm
negative
not.
reasons.
One person may say I'm not smart enough. I'm not cute enough. I'm not qualified enough. Like, I was watching Shrek when we were doing family night yesterday, and Shrek was deemed to be the king in the next lineup,
Right.
but his affirmations were always him not being qualified to be the king, right? And it went throughout the whole thing like that. Like, it was always him not being qualified. And the last thing that his lady said to him was, "You would
Mm.
have been a great king."
Yeah,
And he kind of took it in, was like, yeah, but I wanna be a great father first, which was
that's
cool how
right.
they did the spin around, but it
The
made you
spinner
think too,
room.
because like it's also in movies too where you 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 bring yourself to a lower standard when
Mm,
you're qualified for every part, right? You qualify for every character that you step into,
that's right.
right? When you take on a job or take on um, um, a role in a family, you're like, oh, I'm a brother, I'm a sister, I'm a husband, I'm a friend. Those are all characters. And
Mm,
it's like, how do you develop that character? What does a great friend look like? How does a great friend treat friends?
right.
How does a great friend treat a friend who's not great?
Took me a while to understand that.
Right?
It took me a while to ask that question. It took me a very long time to ask myself that question.
Yes, we believe in God. We believe in
Yes.
Yahshua. We
Hello,
believe
hi,
in
how are you
Yahweh.
doing?
We believe in Jehovah. We believe in
Grand
Jireh. We
Rising.
believe in the Lord. We believe in Jesus Christ. We call him
Hmm.
Yahshua Hamashiach,
What's up,
Jesus Christ. What
California?
up, Doe? Um,
This I just thought of that this weekend we were gonna go
go
to
to California.
California.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
supposed to be in California next week coming up.
No,
Uh,
this week,
this week,
this weekend. Yeah, on
we were supposed to be in
Thursday,
California
Friday,
this weekend.
Saturday.
Yeah. Traveling around the sun is the same as having a nose. What the
I know.
haberdashery
I read
heathen
it. I was like,
building?
wait, what?
What in the skippity
Yeah.
paps is going on in there? You read them other ones. If they worth reading, read them.
I don't piano well enough. Have to go practice. I
What did bro
believe
say at the
in
top?
art. Which
This one up here, that one that said chill, bro.
because he said something about his dad not liking melanated people.
Oh. Oh.
And then, but he said since he was born, he's been melanin.
Oh wow, that's
Yeah,
deep.
I
He
know.
says my dad. Oh, not that guy.
Which one?
I hate it.
The
Oh,
other
that,
one was
I'm sorry
responding
to
to
hear that
that.
about your dad hating black people, man. Melanin people. We don't really say black, man. Reason why we don't say black is because I'm not the color of something that's black. I am the color of brown. Also, melatonin. You know what melatonin is? It's the same stuff that creates the darkness at night. It's the same stuff that is the darkness in the nighttime. It's the same stuff that's in the galaxy. It's the same stuff that you use to go to sleep when you're going to the REM state. It's the same stuff that is overall existence. Melanin
Mm,
is within our skin tone of melanin people.
yeah.
And so I normally say melanated or melanin people. I don't use the word black because I don't consider us to be black. The stuff that I have on, these glasses, my shirt, and my jacket, is black.
And that
Right?
doesn't look like you,
That
huh?
doesn't look like us at all. Us as a
Yeah.
general, there are people who have like this purple tone,
Purple.
purple tone, dark
What
complexion,
kind of what kind of color is purple tone
like
skin?
purple. Like, you ever seen them really, really, really dark individual?
Yeah, but yeah,
And they ain't black. They
they
kind of
purple.
purple. Or like a midnight dark
Okay,
purple.
wait, I don't know it.
Not purple like is in like violet or something. More like a midnight dark purple. You ever
Uh-huh.
seen like the
Like the
like
dark brown,
you ever
the
seen the matic?
strong dark brown. Let's say it
No,
that
no,
way.
no, 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 no. You ever seen like those cars where it has like the matted purple and it kind of has a metallic looking color?
Baby, it's dark brown. It's not purple.
All right, dark brown then.
There's
Whatever.
no way. It's the darkest, like the
The
darkest
darkest brown
brown.
is
Yes.
slash purple.
No.
But you know, purple is a good color. You know, is it purple?
It's your favorite color, so don't try
I'm
to.
talking about dark purple, dark, dark.
You like everything that's purple,
That's
right?
not the point of this conversation. The point of this conversation is that the person was dark purple.
No, they're not purple. I don't know what you see.
I'm gonna show you a picture.
Okay.
We're gonna show you a picture.
Okay.
We're gonna
We'll
show
do
you a
it.
picture, and we're gonna be like, "So what is this, black?" And you're gonna be like, "No, it's not black.
It's
It's dark
dark brown.
brown."
Yes.
You're dang old
Get
dark.
out of here.
Anyways,
It's chocolate.
it's
You trying to tell me that chocolate is
oh
dark?
wait, you gotta go back. No, you gotta go back.
You
It's
trying to tell
up
me that dark?
right there. He says, "Yo, I meet a alien calling on Mars. Pulling up quick in the space spaceship cars.
Well, you trying to tell me that dark
Green,
chocolate is dark? Is
big
purple?
green head and big,
Uh-uh.
but
Stop reading.
out of edge told my
Stop reading
Earth
that.
Wi-Fi was
Leave
the
it.
hot too high."
Uh-uh.
He throwing bars. I also
Yeah.
dang Kanye, man.
Yeah, get on, babe.
I am doing well, and I
You need
like to chill,
help?
bro. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. And
You have
traveling around. Okay, yes, yes, yes. Do you believe in God? Yes, I do. Hey, good morning. What's up? What's up, Grand Rising? Grand day of the rising sun. It says I don't piano well enough. I have to go practice. I believe in art. See, the affirmations are key too, man. Like,
you have
yes,
your headphones on
you
everything.
probably are saying that you need to sharpen your skills, which is a good thing.
Here
So,
we
like,
go.
it's be different if you're like, oh, I'm trash at playing a piano
Black
and I'll
girls,
never get great.
hey.
And it's like, okay, that's not a great affirmation. And yes, you're right. You'll probably never get great because that's your affirmation.
Merciful.
Um, I'm not saying that's your affirmation, but I'm saying like if that was what you were saying, then it would be true. It says she don't believe what you're saying. Okay,
Ugh,
you're right. Yep. I am. Lucky, damn it. Oh, okay. I don't know what that
it's
means.
so hot.
Black people are humans. Help me survive. That's human.
Wait, what?
Black people are humans. Help me survive. That's human. Okay.
I like that.
She don't believe. Okay, and then it says I'm not white.
You've aged.
Oh,
My daughter calls Peach.
peach. She
She says
calls
Peach.
she
Yeah.
calls Caucasian people peach.
Peach. Yeah.
Um,
Oh
it
yeah, we
says,
do
"Do you
believe
believe
in
in God?"
God.
Yeah. Yeah. Why
Why
do you
are
keep
people
asking
asking?
that? They're like, I hear y'all talking about God. Do you really believe in God? Are you really a
Hey,
believer?
hello, Mr. or Mrs. Smith or Miss Smith. I don't know. I just had your last name.
Hello.
And then,
Okay.
hi, what's up?
So, um, you want to go for this one? You want to read this one?
Patient teaches discernment and prepares you for what's next.
What does that mean to you?
To
Patience.
me, it means,
Let me read it one more
okay,
time.
all right.
Patience teaches discernment
Mhm.
and prepares you for what's next.
It means I feel like I'm in that going through that right now, learning how to be patient and wait, because sometimes you rush things, like you want to finish this, you want to buy the car. We spoke about this on one of
On
our
our
lives.
lives, yeah.
You want to get the car, you want to get the house, you want to have a net worth of billions, you want all these things and you
Right
want
now.
them now.
Yeah.
And you're not understanding that you got to work on it, you got to save if you have to save for the car, you got to do all these other extra things. You don't understand that, not that you don't understand that, you just want everything to happen now, like you
Right.
just wish. That's why sometimes we get lost watching other people's lives instead of fixing ours. We like, oh, they doing so good, they traveling, they doing this, they doing that on Instagram and stuff. um, but forget that you need to be patient, you need so much patience to move forward with everything in life and do everything the right way, or the way that you want to see it. And instead it's like we just speeding ourselves up, like I want this net worth, I wish I had a net worth of billion or 2 billion, 2 million, at least 300,000, or I want that house that that girl has or that boy has, I want this, I want that. And every time you think about those things you get so frustrated that you are not as impatient as patient as you're supposed to be, that you just so she said that you're just so frustrated, like you just need it now.
Right.
Sometimes it's okay to wait and be patient and understand that patient is making you stronger, so that when you get those things you don't make the mistake of not understanding how what type of house you want. And when you buy that house, what are the things that you need to look for inside the house,
Mm,
because you can buy the house that's about to fall down tomorrow. So it's all those things that we need to be patient for. You just need to be
mm,
patient and get stronger, educate yourself on what want to get better at.
mm.
Like right now we want to get better in our investments and
Yeah.
life savings and all that stuff. We are studying that. All we do is to read, listen to those videos. Every time anything that we put in our ears is going to lead us to the next step, or is going to help us achieve the goal that we have
Yeah.
for the upcoming years.
Mm.
Yeah.
And so, I think also too, I heard it said like this. Um, In order for you to be the millionaire that you want to be, or a person that acquires these assets or liabilities such as new cars and Ferraris and things like that,
Yeah.
you cannot just jump into that person. You have to start being what that person is like. And so doing the simulations in your mind and the practices of what it would be like to drive in this type of car, what it would be like to travel when I want to travel, what it would be like to bless charities the way I want to bless charities, and the amount that I won't even think of lack or
Mm.
limitations or doubt or fear,
Right.
and you are stepping into that. So this is the reason why it brings discernment, and also brings you down to understand like where you are right now, and the thought process that you are thinking needs to
Mm.
change to become that what you seek to be,
Mm.
right? And so it's not a overnight process, right? In order for
Right.
you to be a fitness person, or a person who's fit, you come from a person who's not fit, you have to continuously practice the practice of being like the person.
That's
So
right.
when you are going for a movie script and you're about to play this new character, you are doing the sessions and the practices to be the person that you are playing the role of.
Mm.
And when you get ready to get that reward, or that trophy, or that what they call it, what they call the rewards, the award, awards, that's what it's called, it's an award. When you receive an award, it's because you played that character so well that
Yeah.
you made us believe that was you,
Right. Yeah.
right? And that is what the ultimate concept is when you talk about being, and the reason why you have to sometimes wait, and the reason why manifesting and bringing things into your reality so fast doesn't necessarily shape you to be and also have everlasting in that, right?
Yeah.
So they give you different scenarios of people, and this is my last one. They give you different scenarios of people who win the lottery, and they get acquired all of these millions of dollars, and then they don't, it goes within 2 to 3 years, and they're like, how did you lose all that? And it's because they weren't being what a millionaire is like. So
That's
they were
right.
carrying the same poor mentality traits
Mm.
into a millionaire's lifestyle, and that does not continuously can make you millions. It
Mm.
just continuously to pour back out, so you never became what a millionaire was. You just had some of the outside interior look. Like the outside of your house was nice, but the inside was trash.
Ooh.
You fooled me. You fooled me. What the hell is going on here?
Yeah. I almost made a crazy example. I'm glad I didn't go for it. But I'll tell you after.
Oh no,
What?
you talking about
What? Uh,
daycare?
no,
I was trying to use subliminals.
no.
Okay. Um, all right. So what are some questions that you should ask yourself?
Say that again.
What are some questions that you should ask yourself to prompt you to look at life in a different aspect?
Oh, I've learned this thing on an event I was attending in the during the weekend. This last past weekend, it was a how. Sometimes we like to say who. So is it who? How? How to do it? How to fix this? How to, instead of like who? Who can help me fix this? Who
Mm,
can? Who is ready to invest in me? Who is gonna buy my book? Who is
mm,
gonna buy my journal? Who is gonna buy whatever it is that you're selling? And go for that. Those are some questions that we forget, and
mm.
they can help us a lot in life. Than saying how. How can I start? How is it gonna happen? How I'm gonna get like millions
Subscribers.
of subscribers? How? So like, who am I looking for? Who
Mm.
got my money?
Yeah, in America, I don't know if you noticed. I'm
Mhm.
sure they probably taught you this in South Africa, but in America, when you are in English class
Mhm.
and you learn how to write or answer questions or talk about
Close the door.
oh yeah, please hurry, 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 hurry. Talk about certain stuff. They say what is, they say who, what, where, and how. Thank you. Oh Lord, I'm just like, bruh. But yeah, it's who, what, where, and how. And the funny thing is how is at the very end of
Mm.
who, what,
What?
where, and how. Most
Mm.
people always go to the end and ask, how can I do this, instead of starting with the first three is who can do it, what can I do, and where can I go,
Mm-hmm.
and then how,
How? Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's funny that you said that.
Mm.
This is why ignoring chat. Who's ignoring the
What?
chat? I'm not ignoring nothing around here.
What? Wait, what?
You,
So you're alien from what
yeah, I'm
universe?
gonna
Can
ignore
you
your.
say like? I
I'm, I'm
mean,
going to
wait,
ignore your stuff. What are you
wait.
saying? You're not saying anything. You're just out here spamming.
uh, Kyler is reading a certain book. I love
I
reading
like that
Kyler.
too.
That's good, Kyler. That's good.
Probably
Hello, good
an
morning. Hope God is
engineer.
blessing you today,
We
and hope
receive.
God is blessing you as well
We hope God
today.
is
Thank
blessing you
you.
as well. Well, we know God is blessing you because number one, you're
Yes.
taking the breath of life.
Right.
Shoot. Y'all don't understand, man. Y'all don't be understand. Y'all be really thinking like the things is
Wait,
the
I'm
blessings.
new,
It's
and
like,
I've been asking people.
uh, are you going up?
Yeah, I was going up because
Y'all don't understand.
Amy said,
Amy,
"Sorry,
Umi, Ami.
sorry, I'm new and I've been asking people."
Uh,
Wait, what was you? Do you believe in God? Oh, okay,
oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
all right, we
Yeah.
understand.
Dang, the chats is
Hey guys,
fire,
hello, what's
slapping right
up?
now.
Easy peasy, wheezy
Easy,
deezy.
hey, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Ah, what's up? Hey guys.
Hello.
Okay, and then what else is? Why do people talking about? I don't know why they
We
talking
got
about.
Japan. I don't know.
They out here
I
tripping.
love it
They
though.
spamming though.
I
It's
love it.
okay. I
I
love
love
it.
it.
We receive all your spams. But going back into it, I like that what you said. So who, what, where, and how, and most people always ask how, which is the last in the who, what, where, and they don't ask who can do it for them, who can establish it, because number one, essentially, who is allowing you to buy back your time? Yes, you can do it all yourself. And again, in the beginning of this conversation, in the beginning of this live, I was saying that it's not about you doing everything by yourself. It's not about me editing every single video. It's about who I can pay or who I can circulate on or who I can bless because
Yeah.
they may need the money more than I do, and I need the thing fast done faster than what I can also do it and get it done
Mm,
as. So me taking a moment of saying, this money, I'm going to put this money aside for somebody to edit this video other than me, because I know I'm going to do a great job, but I also need the time to do a great job.
yes.
Which a lot of the times is like, dude,
Delegation.
I'm a very productive person, so I have to spend more time than normal on that, and I could be prioritizing other activities and other projects
right.
over this editing aspect. I'm not. I can edit, but I'm not an editor, and I don't do it like as a living, you know.
Mm.
Um,
And it takes
and
forever.
and it takes forever, right? I don't want to say it takes
Yeah.
forever. It just takes more time, more intimacy that I'm sometimes willing to give, but not all
All the
the
time.
time.
Yeah.
Because it is fun when I get intimate with it. I'm just like, oh yeah, that would be nice. Oh, look at this little tweak, and then because when you're editing, you have to edit one layer because one layer. You edit, boom, boom, boom. You go back, you watch it all again, and then you got to go back to the beginning and you start editing, editing. Okay, or you're adding on like stuff that you didn't see. That's why they say I just like I was talking about my bro who's in surgery right now. And I was saying that God got a bigger purpose. My man said he just read the Bible 3 times. I remind you, I have not completed the Bible at all in this lifetime, right? I've read bits and pieces, but his inspiration has even catapulted me more because I'm in the season right now to start reading. And there's no rush. And the gems that he was dropping is like, there's no rush. You have a whole lifetime
Right.
to read this. Like, don't get it twisted. Obviously, you want to get through the book as efficiently as possible because it's like watching a movie. You watch the movie 3 or 4 times.
I'd be not wanting to
You're like,
leave it.
oh, okay. But on the fifth and sixth times, you start seeing stuff that you didn't see on the first and second time. You're like, dude, what was that? I watched this movie already 3 times. How did I not see this?
That's true.
But it's the same way when you're reading the Bible. It's the same way when you read it. Because most people like associate, don't get it twisted. I'm a melanated person who was brought up in America.
Jared Williams, did you subscribe?
Did you subscribe? Yeah, who was brought up in America. So when it comes to like the Bible and me breaking down who I am as an individual and understanding like, you know, like the Bible's been rewritten and people are dipping in it. It's not the truth. They took stuff out. Yeah, but the truth is going to be beyond that.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's even, you got to understand, God works so deeply that man can't even get ahead of God. They try, but it doesn't matter because if you seek, you're going to get the small messages in between what that man or those men could not see at that moment.
I think Jared did subscribe. So
That's what's
thank
up.
you for
Thank you for
subscribing.
subscribing.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
subscribing.
subscribing.
Thank
Thank you
you
for
for
subscribing.
subscribing.
Um,
If you haven't, just go do it because we already say thank you.
so the question of the day is: are you in a waiting season right now? Do you feel like you're in a waiting season when it comes to fulfilling whatever goal you have? Do you feel like you're in a waiting season when it comes to uh, maybe completing something or project that you were supposed to? Do you feel like you're in a waiting season? Because like I usually associate the waiting season with winter, right?
Mm,
Because everything dies down. You know, you're mainly in the house all the time. And then there's a lot of reconstruction that can happen within the mind, body, and spirit in
yeah.
the winter. So there is the waiting season. So when the spring comes, now you're able to release all of that power and potential in life,
Mm,
because you were engineering, you were reconstructing in those winter times. So I
right.
usually associate winter with the waiting season. But what does that look like for you guys? And I want you guys to really answer
Right.
that question for me before we dip out of here. I'm going to ask the question again: are you in a waiting season right now? And if so, what is that? What are you waiting for? What is the waiting season for you? The next question is: what are you learning while you wait?
Ooh, I love that one.
So, are you in a waiting season right now, and what are you learning while you wait? Answer the question. Don't just be up in here drifting around. All right. Think about it. Put it in the chat so I can read it to everybody else and get them to participate. Other than talking about crabs.
What I want to say about waiting, what I want to say about waiting, a piece of advice that I've learned with waiting that I want to give you is being patient. Be
Mm,
patient while you wait. Always think about, I'm waiting, I'm going to be patient.
yeah.
That's all. That's all
Okay.
I'm going to tell you. Be patient.
High five, babe. All right. So wrapping this up, looking back, how did a delay actually protect or prepare you? So I'm gonna give you a scripture. I found it already.
Well, that's cool.
Oh, it's cool. When you stop it on your
Hey.
watch, if you stop it up there, it stops. But if you stop it on your
Mm.
watch, see, there's some flip sides to Apple. Sometimes Apple be making me want to say, I ain't messing with you no more. All right, so scripture for what we were talking about today is James chapter 1, and I'm gonna read verse 2 to 4 real quick. All right, suppose a man comes into your meeting wearing gold rings and fine clothes, and
Mm.
a poor man is filthy old clothes also comes in, right? So you
Right.
got two different types of men already coming in, right? Now, if you show simple or if you show special attention to the man who's wearing fine clothes and say, here's a good seat for you, but then the poor man, you say, you stand here, right? Or you sit right here on the floor by my feet, right? And you can already see the level of attention, the level of praise that's happening right now already, right?
Right.
Um, if you look like you got something, people gonna give you something too. And I heard that saying before, right? But the overall, the last verse is 4. It says, "Have you not discerned? Um, have you not discriminated among yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts?" So it's making you go internal with asking, are you not judging this individual? Are you not demonstrating evil traits? So you're literally treating this person like trash because of the clothes that they're wearing,
Mm.
instead of saying, "Hey, man, I've been sitting here. I got here early with the seat, and yes, it's front row, but you seem like you need this experience, and
More
I've
than
been
I
to
do.
these several times. So please take a seat here in my seat."
Yeah.
Right? And really humbleizing yourself. This is what I was saying earlier about humbleizing yourself, dude. Like you got the opportunity to be where you are. I heard this young kid I was talking to on Saturday.
Mm.
Young, he's like, and younger kids have very limited vocabulary, but I understood what he was trying to say, right? He was like, yeah, man, I just he had a very high pitch. He's like, yeah, man, I'm different, and I just try to give what I have. Right? And he was like, he was like, you're very wise, and uh, one of the things that struck out to me in this, where he was like, um, he was saying overall that when he has something and he's positioned in a sense right now in life where he has surplus, he likes to give because he has surplus.
Mm.
And him understanding, I was like, it was wisdom to my ears too as well, because this is a younger kid, and you know you know um this is
That's
a
where he
younger
got it.
kid,
That's where
and
he got it.
it's a younger kid, but he understands the integrity of carrying yourself, or the integrity of the love and the ideal of abundance that God wants to spread on earth.
Right.
And that was a hit for me. So
Mm.
um understand, self-reflect, and make sure that you're not judging with evil thoughts when it comes to different type of people that you encounter. If this person
Yeah.
looks like they're dingy and not well put together, then and your situation is different, then be a giver. Be able to shift. You don't have to just always give in things. You can give in wisdom. You can give in spirit. You can give in energy. You can give in light. But if you are able to give in physical, do so. And
Mm.
it's easier said than done. But I feel like that will be the paradigm shift. And if we ask ourselves, what does heaven on earth look like, I think we would start to resemble and start to act the traits of that.
That's the question you need to ask yourself. So, with that being said, are we out?
Yeah, we're done.
All
Nice
right.
ebony skin people. Oh man, that's what's up. I appreciate that. Peace,
Thank
blessings,
you.
prosperity, and success of abundance on your journey. And I hope you receive that. And I receive what you're saying too as well. Um, I wonder where ebony came from, because I tell you on another level.
All right.
Can't say that right now,
Later.
but
Yeah.
yeah, man. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for engaging. Thank you guys for chopping in this chats.
Thank
Um,
you for being part of the LocFam Kingdom
Thank you for
Diaries.
being a part of LocFam Kingdom Diaries, and also the ones who subscribe. Thank you for subscribing. Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
subscribing,
subscribing.
and
Thank you
thank you
for
for subscribing. We're gonna do that again.
subscribing.
Also for the ones who had subscribed, thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
subscribing.
subscribing.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for
subscribing.
subscribing.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
for subscribing.
subscribing. You guys are awesome. Our goal is to hit 2,000. Hold on. Our goal is to hit 2,000 subscribers. Right now, because we are at 1.6.
260, I think.
260 or something. So our goal is to get to that point, and then obviously we get to the next stage. Our ultimate goal is to have about 77,000 subscribers. I like the number seven. I think my wife had a
Oh,
different.
270.
Oh, we had 270 right now. So 1,270 subscribers.
Yeah.
But that's our goal right now, and so we just aiming to redefine and refine and keep building on who we want to show up as,
Right.
and how we are serving the kingdom of heaven on earth through these type of
Yeah.
platforms. So thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank
Thank
you
you guys
guys
for
for subscribing.
subscribing. We appreciate you.
If you guys are interested in have
Kingdom.
kingdom, the merch, we have merch and things like that. You can go to the page. You can go in the links, in the hyperlinks, to show you everything. Everything is self-explanatory.
Yep.
Other than that, peace, blessings, prosperity, and success of abundance in your journey in life. We got a last one. It says YouTube pays today. So why you? That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what you're saying, but I'll receive. Um, but yeah, this purpose of this platform is to shine light, give wisdom, learn from things, create community, and be a light.
Right.
So, with that being said, stay locked in.
God vibes only.
All right, y'all. Y'all stay blessed by the best. See y'all next.
Bye bye bye.